Hey, you already know what it is. It's your girl, Natty J, and you are tuned into Speak Yo Ish. This is episode number 5, and I am here with my good friend, Computer Love, and my homegirl, Brown Key, who is my co-host for today. And our topic is letting your spouse or partner know when they're lacking in anything in any area of the relationship. Ooh. But first, we want Computer Love to tell us who he is and how we can find him and what he has going on.
Hello, everybody. It's me. Computer Love. You can find me on Instagram under Computer Love with a K. Also under Hoopty Love for rentals, Toro Rentals, and Sneaker Grinch for shoes. Hoopty Love. And right now we specialize in a lot of different things. I have an event coming up on the 26th. We're going to talk about that later. But yeah, you can pretty much find me on Instagram.
Is that computer with a C or a K?
It's be computer with a K. KOMPUTER_LUV.
Oh, computer love. That's what I feel like his theme song should be. Every time he pulls up.
Computer love.
That's actually my Kappa name, and that is my theme song. People play that, they expect me to start
so you
singing.
can twirl with the cane and everything with your song?
Yes, I can, yes.
Oh, we're going to have to get that.
We got to see that. You hear me?
Definitely.
So with Speak Yo Ish, thank you for coming on, Computer Love. I am Lakey, Lucky, and I've met Computer Love probably about 5 years ago. You started out with photography. That is how I met him. He actually stormed one of my fashion show breast cancer events, and I didn't know who he was, and I was trying to put him out. But then we cultivated a great relationship outside of that. And where is your photography and videography in your life right now?
So right now, it's a very passionate thing. I still accept bookings or actual customers and clients, but it's actually shifted more towards film, as in I'm building the IMDb profile for myself and working towards getting more into cinema roles as directing or cinematography. I feel like the market here in Indianapolis, it just became so saturated with photographers and videographers. And
say that.
It's more so like, people will do it and do it and do it and do it. But at the end of the day, it's like we have to have an end goal. We have to get to where we're going. And for me, my focus was to get to film. And now that I got to film, not saying, I'm not accessible, but I still do music videos. I'm shooting a video for Jay Denise this month on the 23rd.
Shout out to Jay Denise. Make sure y'all follow her, Jai Denise.
And my last project we did with CYD Frederick. Last year we did a nice video at the Penthouse, and of course, shout out to my brother, your son Tyler.
Your son, come on the show. I need you, baby.
Okay, because that is kind of like your your left hand or right hand.
So are y'all related or y'all guys just friends?
That's my brother right there, and at the end of the day, it's not all about being related. It's about what you do and how you do it and how you move.
Absolutely.
And that's how I look at it. I learned that from not just from pledging fraternities, but just from the universe. Is like, the way that you move really distinguishes whether you're someone's brother or sister. It's not just by blood or by what relations are, because we live in a world where your family could be not for you.
That is true.
But I love him. He always show love, no matter how big he gets or what city he's in. He always take time out to tap out and say, "Hey, how you doing? I see you. What's up?" And he's a cool cat. I like him.
Absolutely. So going right into it, when you first started out, you started out in corporate America. I do know that you work for the State House or something like that. How does that differ from your entrepreneurship?
So when I first moved to Indianapolis, I actually came here on a venture to further my career. Most people don't know it. I kind of live a Batman type life. I never really needed to be an entrepreneur. I never needed to go to clubs.
Well, make sure you're talking to that mic.
I'm getting in trouble. Ooh, that's loud. So when I first moved to Indianapolis, I was moving here to further my career. I didn't really come here to be an entrepreneur or to try new things. I came here because I had just scored a six-figure job working for the state as a contractor. I was in the auditor's office for 3 years.
Pay your taxes, people.
Yeah, pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes.
And if you don't pay them, claim more on your W-4, whatever that is, and then you don't have to pay no taxes. But
W-4, claim more.
Claim
tip
more
of the day.
Right.
so I came here for that, and I really wasn't looking to do any of the stuff that I did. I just kind of just wanted something new, and I was pursuing my career in information technology, and that was pretty much what brought me here. But of course, you know, being friends with creatives and being close to the fashion industry and being close to the music industry, I definitely wanted to tap into being more creative because of all the time I spent doing technical stuff, technology. Like I can look at everything in this room and tell you exactly what it is. This is a Vizio TV running 4K on a Fire Stick, a 4K Sony.
Knowledge.
You know, I know all the stuff that's in here. He might be running the Mac over there. He might be running Windows. I don't know. But that's basically
It looks like both, maybe.
Looks like both. You know? and you know, that's always been my specialty, like with technology, and there will always be technology. And that's what kind of pushed me to pick up the camera and to learn that and to start doing those
Going
things.
to cinema.
Yep.
So what we're talking about relationships, Natty.
Yes, we're
Right?
talking about relationships. Exactly. So how do you let your partner, spouse, husband, or whatever you have, let me say shout out to Pride Weekend, shout out to the Pride
yes.
community. We do support
Yes.
you guys. But how I would let my partner know, I don't know how I would do it. I would be so terrified and frightened to tell my dude, like, you're not fudging me good.
So you're saying that you will closet your feelings and emotions versus just letting a person know you ain't for me. Like you not doing it right for me.
Being in 2 10-year relationships, I would not have been able to tell them they not scoring me right. But my sneaky link, I would tell him though. Why is that?
Computer love, can you?
Oh, that's
Turn
easy.
in.
That's real easy. So for one, of course, if you got to the point where you have something on the side, of course, they're in a whole different category. You can communicate with them differently than your primary. So your secondary, you don't have nothing to lose with them for the reason being that they're already on a side piece or whatever. So you're gonna be able to communicate with them. You're gonna be able to tell them things that you couldn't tell your person that you actually really care about. That's why really having that on the side is really not gonna help you. If anything, it's going to push you more further away from what you have in the primary. But that's why the communication could be easier because you feel like you have
primary?
nothing.
Why not tell your primary? Because that is your what they call bottom. That is your bottom.
But
So
you know.
it's more so like you feel like you have something to lose.
Yeah.
Like, and you do really. I mean, to be in all actuality, it's more so sometimes you lie not to hurt people's feelings.
true.
So that's going back to
True.
that 80-20. Do y'all know about the 80-20?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going back to the 80-20.
No, fill me in. I don't know about
So
that.
80-20 is like you have a female that's basically giving you 80%. Like the 20% may be her lacking in the bedroom or her not cooking or whatever.
Right.
But you leave that for a 20% bitch that just she great in the bedroom, but she don't do nothing else.
Right.
but suck you off.
Yeah.
So
It all depends on where you're at in life and what you need and what you're looking for, because a lot of people may be looking for that or they may be looking for something else. Like if you're just deep in your career and you're not an entrepreneur, you're just doing this one thing. You go to work, you come home, you go to work, you come home.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need someone that's going to help you run a business. But if you're doing that with business, you're going to need somebody that's going to do more than just
Absolutely.
do that. You're going to need somebody that's more well-rounded, you know.
So with a partner, do you feel like you need more of a companion where they understand your lifestyle? You're out in the clubs, you do video shoots, you're around beautiful women. Like, do you need a person that understands, or is it a boundary?
Yeah, because I'm struggling with it because I'm single and
business and your personal life.
I feel like clubs are fun, but they breed toxicity.
Yes.
And that's a word that's very very, 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 very viral right now.
Yes.
The toxic word.
Yeah.
The toxic king.
So you're saying I shouldn't bring my first date to Lava?
If you want to build your relationship off of being in the club, sure. But if you feel like you guys drinking or being in the club for a long time could cause issues because of like everything that's going on, then I would say maybe take him on a date outside of the club.
Okay.
To make him feel more special, because think about how many other people you've brought to the club.
Yeah, but my thing is that the guys that I date, they have a problem with people coming up to me, Natty, hey, Natty, hey, Natty. You know, they want to hug me and say hi, and you know,
it's not only that they're insecure, but it's just that they haven't accepted you as being an icon, as being a what you call it, a public what's the word?
A public figure.
Public figure.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys have trouble dating women that are public figures because I won't say that there's not a lot of women public figures, but it's not a normal trait for women to be public figures unless they're, you know, a Cardi B or a stripper or something like that. There are other categories for women to, you know, women can be directors, real estate owners, all types of different things, and still, you know, bartenders. Even that. I mean, it's really, it just depends on how y'all communicate.
Right, exactly.
I agree with that. I mean, me being in a 10-year a 10-year marriage. Let me not say relationship. A 10-year marriage with 6 children. It is very hard to balance, hey, I gotta go to this event. Hey, I have to be here, and people are still at you. Like, don't get it twisted. You still get cracked out and everything.
Right.
But I am confident. My husband is confident to where, hey, let me introduce you to Computer Love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm hugging him, let me introduce you to him and not have you like just standing there looking like a deer in the headlight.
Right.
We gotta make sure we have a form of communication to where, hey, if I smash this dude, or I've been in a relationship, or outside of just shaking his hand, I need to let you know, give you a nudge under the seat, like, hey, this is somebody that I've been dealing with. How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
I feel like honesty is the best policy, because like for me, in currently, like I have 2 kids, and the mother of those 2 kids, we started our relationship off in the club. And we talk about it all the time. It's like, now I don't really go to clubs. I don't really be out unless I'm hosting or you know, doing something special. I feel like I keep my face card away from that energy, not just because it's you have no control over it. So when we talk about those things, we say, hey, well, this is where we started at. That don't mean we got to finish there.
That's right.
You know, we can do other things, but at the end of the day, we have to be comfortable with like how it started and where it's going. And I feel like a lot of times the insecurities begin from where people get stuck in that and they can't get out of it. It's nothing wrong with being out and meeting people and doing things, but when you get to the point where you're angry or you're jealous, or you don't want your significant other to do those things because you're missing out or because you got to work, that's when, like, or especially if you got kids, or if you're, you know, if you're with your kids instead of actually being in that spotlight, you can't look at it as, oh, you're singling me out. Yeah, look at it as, hey, everybody has their time to shine. So
that's right. So how do you communicate that to your spouse, knowing that you have to be out in the streets? They're there with the kids. I'm tired. I need a break too. As a man, how can you just kind of make her feel like, okay, this is just business. I got to spread my time.
Yeah, for the people that's listening, like, give them some good advice, because they have these problems. Like, they're out here, they're doing their entrepreneurship. They're either artists or they're, you know, just getting on the grind, just hustling every day. They got their family at home, but they girls tripping. Like, babe, you going out again? Like, what is going on? What are you doing? Like, what do you say?
I will say this. There are not a lot of us that were able to make it through. And if we did make it through, after that, the relationship is never the same, because they want to do everything you did for no reason, but they don't understand that you did it for a reason.
That's
like I can sit here and preach up and down. Oh, I was in that club because of this, or I was there because of this. And it's like, oh, okay, well I can go to that club now. It's like, okay, cool, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like you're not getting paid. You're just there. You're in somebody's section. But it's like it doesn't hit the same when I'm leaving with a bag
with somebody.
Or no, I'm leaving with currency,
money,
versus
the money.
Exactly. So in the
somebody
sense,
said facts. What you just said.
in the sense, I will say this: it really doesn't work. I don't know how I made it work because after it, we went through a lot of shit. We still go through stuff now, but it's like
And shut it out.
you gotta actually get past that stuff, because at the end of the day, if someone still wants to do that, they'll do it. It will be very easy for someone of our caliber to just tap back into that and just start getting into that lifestyle, because in a city that we live in, like Indianapolis, it's not hard to be on the front line. It's not hard to be popular.
It's not.
I'm gonna go back to something that you said, getting over it. So how do you get over a grudge? If you've been out in the streets and you have fucked up, I done fucked up. How do you move past it in a relationship, knowing that you gotta go back out again? I gotta be in the streets. How do you bridge that gap?
Pick up something new.
Bam.
Start a new hobby, start a new career, start a new sport. Just do new things. Just put all your energy and attention into something new, and still keep your significant other in the loop. You know, if you gotta stop smoking or drinking or stop partying for a certain amount of days just to get that you know, that through.
Somebody said new beginnings.
Yeah, like, you know, and at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Look, my baby daddy, right, my last relationship had 2 babies on me. So I'm like, okay, my sex gotta be trash. Right.
Ooh, 2 babies?
2 babies. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to get real cute. I'm going to take him on dinner. I'm going to get a hotel room. So I had his sister go in, decorate the hotel with candles and put flowers and everything, you know, like, and do a little something extra spicy, you know, like try to spice it up. But it worked for a little bit. You know, we was cool for a couple months after that, but
it still remained the same.
So yeah.
With that, do you think that the effort that the woman puts in to make sure that her man is coming home, I'm keeping you here, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm sucking, I'm doing whatever, do you think that effort is worth it? Or
sometimes I don't, because it's so many women that's out here showing their body and just throwing it. Like, women just throw their stuff.
Yeah,
that's true. So
they
computer
do.
love from your seat.
So I just was talking to someone about this earlier, and I basically said this is exactly what I said. I said, men and women, the difference between us when we go out is a man can have 5 to 6 to 10 women that he's actively with or having sex with, and go out and still get more and keep getting more because of the way he's moving or the way he looks or what he has or the way what he's saying to whoever these women are. But for a woman, when she goes out, it's more so like she feels like she's kind of has ties to whoever she's
yes.
with.
Okay.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's like the men that are coming on to her or the men that are actually talking to her, they don't know that. And it just depends on how your energy and how you talk to people and how you go forward from there. So I would say it all depends on what you establish up front and going forward. And you have to also, you have to reiterate that sometimes.
Exactly.
You could say something in 2017, but in 2018 it could be different.
It's totally different. And people have different expectations.
Exactly. So sometimes you have to get on and have to actually reestablish that information, whatever it is.
Yeah. So all about communication, maybe.
Man.
So going back to your situation, I would say that maybe what you did amount to something, and maybe it did help the situation, but it also helped you realize that maybe in the beginning it was something that wasn't fully equally yoked in the first place.
Right.
You said that.
Yeah.
That's word.
True. Equally yoked.
And the sad part about that is we kind of continue on with these relationships that weren't fully equally yoked, and we give them time to build up to that point, and that means you really love someone. If you wait for them to catch up to you, or if you wait, because if some people want everything to be 50-50.
So stop there. How much is too much time?
Well, there's really no time that you could put on it, because like really time doesn't exist. Time is nothing but a ticking device or something that they have set so that we can be on time for work, so that we don't take too long on our breaks, so that we're not trying to beat the system. You know what I'm saying? So time doesn't really exist. So it just really depends on how long you can keep that feeling.
So your tolerance is the time.
Yes, exactly. your tolerance and your mental state is really the time factor.
Yeah. I was told that love, like the word I love you and the word love is really just a feeling that comes and goes.
Is that
Yes.
true?
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It really is.
Love.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a feeling that
generally-
comes and goes. Like as if I might see Computer Love or you out and I might hug you tight, or I might not hug you not tight enough. Then I wasn't showing you enough love or affection with my hug. You know what I mean?
Love, again, is an emotion. It's not a physical aspect. So I can still love you, but I don't have to talk to you every day.
No,
I ain't
that's
gotta
a
see
different
you every day.
topic. I'm talking about love as in the laws of attraction.
Oh, laws of attraction, love. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like some people don't realize that we're humans, and we're just like any other creature on earth. We have lust, we have needs, we have feelings that come and go. But what puts us in a position that's different than that is when we actually establish loyalty and we actually establish respect. Respect and loyalty is stronger than
It's
love.
stronger than-
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Because love is just a feeling that comes and goes.
Exactly. And with loyalty and respect, you won't do certain things to someone that you're loyal to and you respect.
Exactly.
But I will always love that person. That's where I'm coming
Yeah,
from.
but see, that's the thing. You will always love somebody, but that don't mean that you.
You won't- that don't
That's
mean-
exactly. That's
But-
why love is an emotion that comes and goes.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I don't see it going anywhere. I feel like I can love somebody for forever, but you're just not in my seat in order
right,
to
but we're
me
saying
be
that if you
next to
love your
you.
spouse, sometimes you love them or you don't love them. Like
So you saying
it
your
comes
baby
and goes.
daddy that cheated on you and had 2 babies on you don't love him?
I love him because
Exactly.
he got my kids, but I don't love
Exactly.
him like I want to,
Love
jump
is
on top of
love.
you and call you every day, baby.
Right.
You know
We're
what I'm
not talking
saying?
about that
That's
love.
two different
We're
things
just
because
saying
it's an
love is
emotion
love.
that comes and goes. I kind of don't got love for him because of certain things that he's done that's disrespectful. So in a way, I got love for you, but in a way, I don't got love for you at all.
Exactly. But that still love is there. That's what I'm trying to get that. Love don't never waver. And that's what love never sways. It doesn't matter if whatever you
But
did
for
to me,
men, love is an emotion that comes and goes. For men, for women, it's different because women tie themselves to things that they shouldn't tie themselves to. Women tie themselves to emotions that they shouldn't tie themselves
But a
to.
lot
But
of
is that
women,
love?
a lot of women are moving like men out there nowadays.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Why?
the women that want to be in control. They want to have full of control of everything without having any responsibility for the consequences. I'm not pertaining this to anyone, but I'm saying like it's women out there that you date that want to be fully in control of the house, the cars, everything, where you go, what you do, but aren't paying any bills. And at the end of the day, it's like the whole control function comes from your liability of whoever's taking care of the household. So
I feel like that comes from the generation.
Yeah.
From the
does.
generation not having the knowledge and the proper education on how to go about that situation.
Yeah.
exactly, and moving forward from it, we all young, we in our 20s, 30s, teens.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like when you really, it takes you 5 to 10 to 20 years to really get to know somebody. But
Preach that.
Yeah, and like you said, we're all human. We're all ever changing. Everybody is changing. Your spouse is changing. Your partner, whatever. We change on a daily basis, and you have to change and grow with each other. If you don't change and grow with each other, then your relationship is not going to make it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And one thing about relationship and communication, you have to really, if you really love somebody, you'll love the things that they love. you'll take interest in the things that they're interested in.
Relationship love, because I need to get that clear.
It could be friend love too. Like like if not necessarily.
Not necessarily, because I don't like some of the shit my friends do. Especially if I call you my friend.
In the beginning, everything is different. When you get a new friend, it's like, okay, I'm interested in this. I'm gonna check this out. But I'm saying if you're dating that person, technically, if you're dating a new person, they're your friend. They're not your.
Understood.
You're not in a relationship yet. You're just friends, and that's what women or men will say. Yeah, that's just my friend. 2 weeks later, y'all got a baby.
Right.
So
now, see,
go back there. Okay.
I come from the era of players, and
you hear me?
If you ain't player, I just.
And player don't mean just having multiple women.
Right.
It's just how you
move, how you act,
and making sure that everything is taken care of.
Well, sometimes it does, because at the end of the day, if you don't have that strong one that can do all those, switch into all those different roles, you may have to have multiple.
You know what? I don't know what to do, y'all. I'm sick of being single. I'm tired of it.
We gotta hook Natty J up.
I need a For the Love of Natty show.
Ooh, now that could be a good one.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And Computer Love can film it.
Computer Love, please help me find love.
Please, let's do the show.
I can help you promote it. Yeah, definitely. It can be a reality show.
It can be for like how they did for the love of for the love of Ray J.
We're gonna get a nice fat grant for that.
That's right.
Exactly. Let's get it, because I need a boyfriend. Come on, I'm tired. And then I feel like I don't give people a chance because I'm so terrified of people tainting my name.
So going back to that, do you feel like shutting people out, like that barrier? How people like, you got a wall up.
Yep.
Computer
I feel
love.
like,
how do
I
you
feel like
work?
she has such a strong role. I've never heard anything bad about Natty.
Period.
But I will say this: it takes that one time when that does happen to make you be like that. Because I've dealt with people before. They're so close, they're so uptight. It's like, dang, like I wouldn't have even known you if I hadn't met you here or seen this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm the same way. Like, no one's talking about me unless I'm actually doing something. If I stay in the house and don't go nowhere, no one's going to talk about me.
Period.
Right.
At the end of the day, that just means...
That's why I say, if I just keep my legs closed and don't have sex with none of y'all can't talk about me.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Well, what's up next for Mr. Computer Love?
Yes, back into you. Let's go back into you.
What is next up for you?
So right now, I'm working on... building this, it's actually like a multiple things I'm doing right now. I'm still doing brand ambassador type things. Okay. I do have a networking brand event on June 26th I have 2 penthouses now at Keystone Crossing. It's going to be a 3-level floor event. It's going to be some player shit. I thought about throwing in like a pool party, but I don't know how people feel about it. So,
okay. Meet the Brand got you on the promotion side. So let's go. Let's work.
Let's do it. So I have my sneaker brand is Sneaker Grinch. We have shoes. We got all types of shoes.
So
we
you
got
resell? How do you
we sell all new shoes, but we have our own shoe. Like I have my own Sneaker Grinch shoe, which actually came out last year. I had a whole event for it at one of my properties, and we sold out.
I've seen it. Sneaker Grinch, it's everywhere.
Yeah, so we definitely. I've been building that brand behind the scenes on everything. I see Corey just pulled up out there.
That's what's up.
Look at Corey walking in. At the end of the day, that's one of my homies right there, man. He worked with me on the movie, and he's kept in contact with me. He's a good brother.
Shout out to Corey.
But for the most part right now, we doing the Airbnbs. We have 5 properties. 2 of them are rented out to tenants, and the other 3 are Airbnbs. And then I do a Turo business, which we rent out luxury vehicles to people that come travel to Indianapolis.
Okay.
You know, I meet them at the airport or whatever. That's actually one of my top rentals out there, that silver car.
Let's go. And what kind of car that is? Because I'm gonna tell you, it is plushy.
That's a Panamera.
Hey,
okay, Panamera, baby.
And then we also have a Genesis G80, and then we have a G-Wagon. And then we got a Ford Fusion. Our Ford Fusion be making good money. That Ford Fusion be paying
It's
for the
getting
rest
around,
of them.
right? I know that's right. So
People-
how can people like rent from you? Get your Airbnb?
Hoopty Love has our link for Turo. We do like you could do rentals for music videos, for movies, for anything, and then
Do you do custom? Like if I got a special request, I need a Lamborghini for something. Is there something that you can get, or it's just
so we can direct you to it. We don't have Lamborghinis here in Indianapolis, but like they would have to be imported.
Gotcha.
I know people that have them, but it's super expensive.
okay?
But it's possible though. It's not impossible. And then for the properties, invest with Joss. Jocelyn, shout out to Jocelyn, Juice with Joss.
Shout out to Joss.
Jocelyn.
Beautiful lady.
Jocelyn. We
I
love you, girl.
So she has the Airbnb link. She's my property manager. She runs all my properties, and she does all that work with the management and everything, the maintenance and everything.
Okay.
Also on top of that, I do interior design. I design all my properties.
Hey.
I do all the pictures, the mounting of equipment and everything, all the way down to the furniture and everything. I do all that work myself.
So you a one-band show. Is that what you're saying? Besides your spouse and the person that's managing your properties, you are a one-band show.
Pretty much. I see homie out there. He got the swag out there with the curl, with the glasses.
Okay. What's his name?
Fabio.
He looking like what's his name? Did a song with Cardi B.
Yes. Yes. What's his
Damn.
name?
How can I not
Bruno
think of-
Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Bruno Mars, yeah.
All right, so we getting out of time here, so we gonna wrap it up here. Anybody got a tip for the topic? A tip of the day? Just one tip for one person
tip.
that's listening.
One tip.
One tip.
My tip is that don't waste your time on someone that's not wasting their time on you.
Bam.
So if you notice that the person that you're with is not putting enough time in that you're putting in on them, then move on, because love yourself. Because yourself is better than anything, and can't nobody come before God. So ain't nobody got you but God and yourself. So if the person that you loving on ain't loving you like you love them, then let it go, because there's somebody else out there that love you.
I like that, Natty.
I agree.
Computer.
I would say my tip of the day is it does have something to do with time, but it's more so with effort. Don't put that effort in when you don't see that effort is being put back, because effort at the end of the day is what's going to make you tired, old, and rusty and dusty.
Oh,
Rusty and dusty.
And if you burnt up
We don't
and
want
all beat
dust.
up and nobody going to want you, you ain't going to be able to be player out there.
You hear me?
Exactly.
My
Because black don't cry.
advice would be more of stay focused. No matter what your dream is, no matter who come into your life, stay focused on what it is that you are trying to accomplish in your life. Because people will waste your time every time. And so if you allow it, then your focus is being deterred from your end goal. So just stay focused. That's mine.
Just stay focused. All right, that's Brown Key, and you can follow her at
Brown Key. I am LAK to the EY, Lucky, and Brown Key on Instagram.
And then we got Computer Love. How they can find you, Computer?
You can find me on IG at KOMPUTER_LUV.
All right, and I'm Natty J, just like it sound, Natty J_baby. Make sure you follow at Speak Yo Ish on YouTube and all radio stations. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel. This is episode 5, and I thank y'all for the continued
Look.
support.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
Speak
Choke
Yo
to love
Ish.
it. Speak Yo Ish. We out.